What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Yes, it has been a while since I've been on this whole live situation. So y'all, please, please, please bear with me. Bear with me. But thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl Tika Deshawn right here at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts, and we're definitely going to dive into Peacock's new series entitled Teacup. And at first, I had some questions as to what the heck was the teacup and why are we talking about a teacup in this whole movie or in this whole film. And we're going to find out why it's actually called teacup. With that being said, before I get started, you guys, I just have a few promos, a few little things I want to talk about. Of course, this is All Things Ruthless. And we definitely have to talk about All Things Ruthless, that being the cast of Tyler Perry's Ruthless, as well as a few other things that are going on in the world. So, with that being said, before we get started, I do have a quick promo. One of the quick promos that I would like to share with you guys. So, check this out.
They should have warned you I'm coming. Now you got no choice. The exhaust on the Rolls Royce. He's ghost. Now I'm talking Phantom, the homeboy. They should have told you we run it. High class with a fine ass. Time dance with the finance. I'm a kick, slip, stick. Then you get in my hands. 1, 2 when I drop shit. Stop it.
Listen, y'all, Anthony Blair came with a little smoke, and I just need y'all to head over to his YouTube channel. His head over to what other channels? Apple Music, Spotify. I believe it's on iTunes. Is that the same thing as Apple Music? Anyway, go find that by Anthony Bliss, and I'm gonna play it one more time so y'all can catch the name of it. And y'all, I'm feeling it. I'm it's a 10 on the Richter scale for me, but I'm an Anthony the Blessed player regardless. So I'll leave it up to you guys to determine how much you are liking this particular tune. Check this out again.
They should have warned you I'm coming. Now you got no choice. The exhaust on the Rolls Royce. He's ghost. Now I'm talking Phantom, the homeboy. They should have told you we run it. High class with a fine ass. Time dance with the finance. I'm a kick, slip, stick. Then you get in my hands. 1, 2 when I drop shit. Stop it.
Yes, 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 yes. Anthony Bless, you did your big one. Um, this is called this song is called Running It. Keep running it. Keep running it. Keep running it by Anthony Bless. So make sure you guys head over to his YouTube channel, his Spotify, his iTunes, and download that joint. It's literally fire. So next up, you guys, next up, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl right here at All Things Ruthless. Show thank you for coming through. I see you guys. I see you guys. Thank you for coming through. Next up on in the Ruthless fam, we had a little something something from our guy Pierre V. Johnson. He's doing his big one. He's everybody is getting into the whole skit world as they call it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Okay, so check out this new skit from the one and only Pierre V. Johnson, aka George from Tyler Perry's Group. But what y'all aren't able to see is he sends the dog chasing Cousin Pete. So why this man send the dog on Cousin Pete, y'all? Salute to Pierre V. Johnson for the latest shenanigans that he has going on in his skits. I'm here for it. So make sure you guys follow Pierre V. Johnson. You can follow him on Instagram, TikTok. He's pretty much everywhere, you guys. So make sure you're make sure you locked in with Pierre, okay? So next up, you guys. We got some news. We have a little more news. Of course, y'all know how I love me some Alex J. Cubis, aka Aaron, and from Tyler Perry's Ruthless. Well, he is going to be a part of a new series that is currently filming, and it is entitled The Black Dagger Brotherhood. And this is based off of books by J.R. Ward. I actually downloaded one of the Audibles, the very first book, and it's pretty interesting. It's basically about some vampire type situation. Let me just read the description. The Black Dagger Brotherhood is an ongoing series of paranormal romance books by author J.R. Ward. The series focuses on a society of vampire warriors who live together and defend their race, against desouled humans called lessers. The first book in the series was by published in 2005. And I don't know if y'all know what is it? Tosca Musk. So I believe she's one of the siblings of Elon Musk. And she is definitely going to be directing, producing these new series. Which, with that being said, we get our guy Aaron, as some call him. But we're going to get him to be a part of this whole The Black Dagger series. So make sure you guys are locked in. It's on. I'll give you guys the app that is actually Passion Flix. It's actually going to be on Passion Flix. So just stay locked in. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. They have a whole lot of different cast of characters that's going to be a part of this whole thing. And also, if you're interested in seeing what Alex J. Cubis has going on, make sure you head over to his IG channel and just type in Alex J. Cubis, and he's right there. Alex J. Cubis, okay? All right, y'all. Speaking of Elon Musk, before I get to our girl, and for for those of you who are like friends who actually have my phone number, I just got a new device. So for the last 4 to 5 days, my messages have been coming in weird. I just want to let y'all know I'm not ignoring y'all. As soon as everything finishes uploading in this new phone, I'll be able to respond. So with that being said, what was I? There was something I was just about to get to before I got to that. Oh, speaking of Elon Musk, y'all. Now I ain't because of his whole X affiliation. It is what it is. I'm gonna leave it at that. But this man, or I'll say Tesla, has come out with some new items that you guys may want to check out. I don't know if y'all remember the series I Robot, the series where Will Smith was a part of that entire whole sequence, the whole iRobot situation. Well, they done put some iRobots for real on the market. And I just want you guys, I didn't add their audio, but I added my own audio to this. And just look at what these things can actually do. Y'all check this out.
Damn man. Damn man.
So listen, I just want to know, are y'all planning on getting y'all an iRobot? Like, I don't even know how to feel about that whole situation. Like, I don't know if I want something, oh, let me pause right quick. I don't know if I want something like walking around in my home. How are we going to even manage these things if we get one of these robots in our home? Like these things are bartenders, and they're over there playing charades, like rock paper scissors. Like these robots are doing some of everything. Um, I'm kind of I don't want to say I'm intimidated by the whole situation, but I feel like it's gonna take some jobs away from people. Maybe they'll put them to work on the jobs that people don't want to do. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all comment. I know y'all will probably watch this. A lot of people will watch this later, but you guys comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on these new Tesla robots. They're like humans. They're like if you've ever watched the movie iRobot, they're literally just like those robots. So anyway, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you're watching during the week replay, hit Ruthless replay, and then let me know your thoughts on the whole iRobot. They're gonna be forever iRobots for me, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on it. They got me a little nervous, but we'll see. We'll see how it all folds out, how it all plays out. So then, as I said, we got our girl Christine Stefani, who is trying to. There's a contest, so basically, Fab over 40, and I'm gonna include the link once this live is complete. I'll include the link where you guys can actually go and vote for her. If she happens to win, she'll be on the cover of the magazine. There's a lot of perks to what it is in this contest that she's trying to win. So good luck to our birth mother, Christine Stefani. I'm hoping you win. I don't know who her competition is, but good luck to her and good luck to all of the participants. And okay, and so of course we can't talk about Ruthless or even mention Ruthless without mentioning the one and only Lenny Dykeon Thomas, who is having he's going to be a part of the screening of episode number 2 for this film entitled Typecast. So make sure if you guys are interested, once again I'm going to include a link where you can actually go. The screening is going to be it's the Chelsea Film Fest, and that's going to be screening in New York. Chelsea, is that New York? Yeah, New York. So I will include the link. It's this weekend, October 18th. October 18th. I may actually give a ticket away. I will, once this live is at the end, I'll give you the details of how I want to give away a ticket. But you got to watch until the very end in order to be able to receive this ticket for Typecast. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to let me make sure I have covered my ruthless news. Um, my ruthless events. Oh, okay, yeah. The description for Typecast. Typecast episode 2 is having its world premiere Friday, October 18th at 4 p.m. at the prestigious Chelsea Film Festival at the Regal on 14th Street and Union Square, auditorium number 2. The show follows the trials and tribulations of Lana and Warwick, an interracial odd couple in New York City, as they struggle to navigate a film industry that wants to pigeonhole them in antiquated Italian and African American roles. Episode 2 stars Lenny Thomas, Yo Carrillo, and Paul Murillo, Brenda Raquel, Ellie Mae, Nick Rollo, Joshua Hink, Paul Muriella, Roger Hanson, Jaleesa Capri. It's got a big old cast, but this episode number 2 is written by Jamal Hart and Adam D'Elia, based on the stage play by Adam D'Elia, and executive producer, once again, y'all, Lenny Thomas. So make sure you guys head out at the Chelsea Film Festival and support Lenny Thomas, okay? Again, if you stay to the end, I am definitely going to be doing a giveaway for the screening of this episode number 2 of Typecast at the Chelsea Film Festival. So stay locked in to the end, and I will definitely, because you gotta pay attention and you gotta listen to this live, simply because one of the questions that I'm gonna ask is going to be at the end, and this is how you're going to actually win um your your day, and of course you're more likely going to get to meet Lenny. Okay, so y'all just stay locked in. All right, so next up, we are finally here at the teacup, y'all, and oh my god, this film, this series literally came in crazy. This the teacup was recommended by someone in my Facebook group. Um, and I'm sorry if I don't remember her name right now, but it was recommended by someone in my Facebook group. This the teacup is streaming currently on Peacock, and they're on their second episode. There's literally only two episodes right now, so there's more than enough time for you guys to actually catch up and find out what's really going on the teacup. So when we very first see the episode of the first episode of the teacup, we see this woman and she's literally running into wood, running. Well, actually, she's rubbing her arm against this whole rock to try to break free from these straps that are on her arm. And she's also being chased by someone at this time. Um, and then we see her again after this whole thing. She's trying to get out of this. She's trying to break free. There's a Not only is there someone watching her, but there's a freaking dog that's watching her. I'm like, what's up with the dog? So anyway, there's this big image that we see the picture with the whole. It looks like a farm and a bunch of land and all of that stuff. We're gonna see that at the very beginning of episode one, and I was like, why are they showing this big old open field? This house? Is she trying to run to that house? That was my initial question. So the teacup, the very first episode is entitled "Think About the Bubble," season one, episode one. The animals, and this is the description: the animals act strangely at the Channelwood farm. The family and neighbors search for missing Arlo. So moving right along, um, where you see Arlo, Arlo is up there in the window because his mom basically trapped this little flying bug. I think it was a wasp. It looked like a wasp. It could have been a bug by another name, a flying bug by another name. But she captures it in this teacup, and she tells him she's going to take it outside to let it go free. Well, she asked him, do you want to come with me? And of course, he's like, no, I'll watch it from here. Just stand in front of the window so that I can see it. Now I was immediately like questioning why does Arlo not want to go outside? Like most kids love to go outside. So what is his hang up about being outside? So we never get an answer at that point. But then we go as she's walking outside, and her name is Maggie. So as Maggie is walking outside, she sees her husband. Now, the connection between the two is like they've been arguing, they're not on the same page. And so he tells her, you're going to have to apologize to my mother. And he's like, and by the way, his name is Jeffrey. And Jeffrey tells her, you're going to have to apologize to my mother. And so she's like, yeah, I'll do it later. Again, there's some tension between the two of them. I don't know exactly what that tension is, but there is definitely some tension between this husband and wife. So anyway, you guys, we're gonna see the mom. Now, mom has some type of muscular sclerosis or something where her hands tremble all the time, and this is why she has moved into the home with her son Jeffrey, his wife Maggie, and their children. So it starts off a little. It don't even start off slow for me, y'all. It just starts like a lot of questions about a lot of stuff that's going on. So anyway, all Jeffrey tells Maggie that the animals are kind of acting a little wild. Can you check on the animals? So of course she says okay, but of course she has to let this bee or this little wasp go first, because she told Arlo that she was going to let it in front of the window for him. So she's there looking at Arlo, and he's looking down at her, and she lets the bug go. That's literally all that happened. So then we see her go and check on the animals and the horses. There are two horses in this particular stable, and they're kind of going back and forth, getting agitated, like super, super agitated, real easily. And she's just like, okay, calm down, calm down. Um, Not a whole lot she can really do to them to calm them down. Not even giving them something to eat would calm them down. But she does just, go in and check on them because she told Jeffrey that that's what she was going to do. So then we see Arlo. Now keep in mind, Arlo just said he didn't want to go outside. He was going to stay and watch from the window. Well, Arlo, what are you doing outside? Because if y'all can see in this top image up here, Arlo has taken himself outside of the home because he saw a little baby goat leave the barn area, and so he goes outside to follow the goat, try to get the goat to take him back to the stable. So back in the house, we finally see where Jeffrey's mom, also known as Ellen, as well as Maggie, have begun to, they kind of having a conversation, and basically they apologize about whatever it was they got into it about. I think Ellen said something. They don't really tell us exactly what she said, but being a mother-in-law, she probably said something that offended Maggie, and Maggie probably snapped back at her. But of course, Jeffrey was like, "Now you need to apologize to my mom," and basically that's what she ended up doing. So then we're gonna meet their daughter by the name of Izzy, and I'm sorry, by Meryl. Her name is Meryl. Why they gave this little girl the name by the name of Meryl, I don't know. But it is what it is. So they give so she's asking Meryl, Megan's asking Meryl, where's your brother? Where's Arlo? And she's like, I haven't seen him. She's there studying for a test, and so she really haven't paid any attention that Arlo is not in the house. Now keep in mind, it's going on dark time at this point. Now everybody has been going about their day, doing their own thing, and then they just realized that Arlo was missing. But then on the outside of the home, there's a visitor. There's a visitor that pull up. You got Nicholas Shelley, you got Ruben Shelley, and you have the mom. I think I think Izzy is the mom. Izzy is the mom of Nicholas. So anyway, they pull up because their animals have been wilding out, and so and so because Maggie is the veterinarian, they wanted to bring their animals over to her home to see in the middle of the night to see what exactly is going on with the animals. And so of course she obliges. And now keep in mind, y'all look at these two. I swear these two look like they had some type of affair because when he looks at her, she is looking like, hey, we're not here because of that. He doesn't know, as if to say, my husband doesn't know about us. That's how she's looking at him. And he's looking at her like, does he know? So anyway, you guys, um, I definitely believe these two are having a extramarital affair, but I'm not yet clear on that. Or they could just be, communicating a little more than what they need to be. I'll just say that. So then we see Maggie, and she's checking on this particular horse, and she sees that the horse has a lot of bleeding, but because the horse's hair is super long, she misses the fact that it's been poked by something. And so she goes over, she removes it, and she says as long as there's not a lot of blood loss, then this particular horse should be fine. So she removes it, and thankfully the horse is okay. But there's no explanation as to why these animals have been running around, running wild the way that what they were. So then we see out in the woods, and this is that same lady that we saw in the beginning of the episode where this lady was speaking tongue. I don't know if she was speaking. Uh, I know she's speaking some type of Spanish, but she's also speaking some other tongue as if she has been, how do I call it? She's been, um, I don't know if she's been infected or possessed, something of that nature. Because this is definitely some supernatural type stuff. I ain't never seen it before in my life, but she's talking this craziness, and he ends up on the ground, and she is literally on top of him. Um, and she's basically whatever is inside of her. She's basically putting it inside of Arlo. um, there's a, I didn't add those particular images, but if you look at their eyes, there's like some type of transition as if whatever she's coughing and saying and over this little boy is literally going inside of him. So now for Arlo, he been stuck with this bug by this lady. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna keep on watching so we can find out. Then Arlo, after everybody was looking for Arlo, he makes his way back home by himself. Um, Also, while they were out in the woods looking for Arlo, Arlo's dad and Izzy, they say something. They have this conversation that basically, basically, lets us know he's just giving away something that was supposed to be a secret. He told her that when the sister, Meryl, was a little girl, she hid in the oven. So this is why they thought that Arlo could be somewhere hiding, playing hide and seek. Which, in other words, it ended up not being the case. He wasn't out hiding. He was looking for the goat, and he ended up getting snatched up by this little possessed lady, and now he gonna be messed up, y'all. That's all I can say right now. But mom looks him over. Maggie looks him over. She sees the bruises, and she's like, "These are not made up bruises." Then she also sees that there's some red paint on him, and but she says, "This is not your red paint." Okay. So then, out of the blue, everybody is at the house. Keep in mind, everybody's at the house. And we got this weird dude that pulls up in this car, the only car that seems to be running. They were supposed to try to take Arlo to the hospital, but nobody's vehicles want to start. So anyway, this vehicle right here is the only vehicle that is actually starting. And we see this dude in this what looks like a homemade gas mask, y'all. And that was the end of episode 1. He's drawing this big blue line, and I we're gonna find out in a minute what that blue line is all about. But then we go into right into episode 2. But before we continue, y'all, I have something I would like to play for you guys. Um, Check this. Give me one moment, and then once I finish playing this, then I'll be right. So shout out to my girl Elise Willis, our girl, your girl Elise Willis, aka the one and only Lacey. If you guys did not hear that video, I will make sure I re-upload or I'll upload that particular video. She has created this amazing candle line by the name of Burn Chic. It absolutely smells so good. It literally, once I open the box, I can automatically smell it. The fragrance literally filled the room. And so I absolutely recommend that you guys check out Burn Chic. Again, y'all gonna keep seeing that video and it's gonna have sound to it. But y'all definitely gonna hear more about Burn Chic. I was able to get 3 of her candles, and one is Playing for Keys. There's two others, y'all, but they smell so good, so good, and I'm absolutely here for all of it. So make sure you guys stay locked in, and I may even actually give one of those candles away. But they literally smell so good, and you can burn them for an hour, even 2 hours, and leave your house and come back, and you'll still have that same smell. So salute to Elise Willis. Shout out to her new line at Burn Sheet. And you can also get those products at burnsheet.com. So, moving right along, you guys, we have episode 2 of My Little Lighthouse or Teacup, y'all. Teacup, Peacock, new season, new episode, new series entitled Teacup. And this is episode number 2, and it's entitled My Little Lighthouse. And it is the description reads as follows: with no cell service or electricity, the Shunowitz and their neighbors desperately seek help. So, like I told y'all in the previous episode, in the previous segment, there was no power. Like literally everything, the power was going out off everything. Like the lights were flashing, there was nothing, no vehicles were able to start. So at this point, they are literally trapped. My apologies, y'all. Yeah, they're literally trapped. They are trapped on this land, and it's so crazy. Now we're kind of understanding the whole concept of the teacup, but y'all just keep watching because, as you can see, like I said, they are trapped right now, and then we're gonna see where Arlo's mom, Maggie, she's basically checking his pupils, and there's a moment where his pupils will transition from large to small. It's like back and forth. So when this little entity is speaking through him, his pupils get super dilated, and he starts talking. He starts um, talking in the same tongue that lady in the beginning of the episode. He starts speaking in that same tongue that she's speaking in. So he has a moment where he's so strong that he knocks his mom out the way, knocks the other friend out of the way, where the kid ends up with some red paint in his hair, um, and he runs. But then Maggie, being super strong and being the mom that she is, she catches him and kind of holds him, and it's like trying to figure out what is wrong. And he's saying, "We gotta leave, we gotta leave, we gotta leave." And then he's speaking again. He's saying in this whole other tongue that I can't even recognize. I'm sure it's made up for the show, but he's speaking it. It's getting spooky, y'all. It's getting spooky. So this neighbor right here, and I don't know her name, and I could just know she's not going to make it to the third episode. We'll just say that because she wanted to leave this house so bad, and they're telling her, "Look, it's best that you stay here. There's no power out there. It's dark. Like won't be able to see anything." So they end up allowing her just to go ahead and leave. Like she's not being held captive or anything like that. So they go ahead, allow her to leave, but they give her like a little lamp so that she can see when she's walking outside. So it's basically pitch black. And we're gonna see the teacup. In this particular teacup, Arlo places a bunch of marbles. And he's trying to explain to the mom, to Maggie, that they're in the teacup. Like they are the ones that are in the teacup, but she is just not understanding. She is just not understanding. So moving right along, we're gonna see where I forgot lame, but he a real G because he thought he was gonna go out to the woods and find the person that quote unquote harmed Arlo. However, only thing he runs into is he trips over the body of that lady, and his gun is flown over here by this little black dog. He sees the black dog, and all he can do is run. He ran fast enough to get through the gate, but when the dog goes past the blue line, he starts to basically to disintegrate. As you can see, the dog turn. I'm gonna move me out the way so y'all can see it big enough. The dog basically is nothing but bones. He basically is nothing but bones. All the hair and all that gone, gone, y'all. Gone, gone. That's all I can say on that part. It was fancy. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? But this is what the guy was trying to tell them. Don't cross the blue line. Do not cross the blue line. This is what the guy kept trying to tell them. And he also put up this note that says, don't trust anyone. And they're like, what do you mean, don't trust anyone? But then in the shadows, they see their neighbor who decides to basically run up and go home. But now she's about to cross that blue line that they're telling her not to cross the blue line. And she can hardly hear them because she's far out in the distance. She's far, far out in the distance. But then, unfortunately, y'all, when he when the neighbor who went out in the woods to go and try to get the person that tried to hurt Arlo, he reaches his hand over this blue line and his hand starts to disintegrate, y'all. His hand starts to disintegrate. Matter of fact, I didn't put that particular image just yet because it may be a little too graphic for YouTube. But just know, as you can see where his hand is turning red, it goes all the way down past his palm to where it's disintegrating to where you could not, you could barely see anything coming out of his hand, y'all. Teacup. Say don't cross the blue line. Don't cross the blue line. But his hand ended up getting over the blue line because he was trying to help her. But it ended up being too late. And the way that his hand turned out, just like I said, y'all, she turned the same way that his hand turned. She got disintegrated and you could see bones and flesh coming through. It's graphic. So I don't know what they've gotten themselves contaminated with on this whole out here at this farm or at this veterans hospital or whatever it is, or this veterinarian hospital, but they might want to stay across that blue line. Don't cross the blue line. So moving right along, again, this teacup is for a reason. And now I totally understand because Arlo was telling his mom, he tried to show her with the teacup, but then he goes to the book and this thing, whatever it is that's talking in his brain, is saying trap or trapped. Basically, they are trapped. They cannot leave. I was about to call it the compound, y'all, but they can't leave this home. And all these extra visitors that are there, they are going to have to stay at this farm, um, at this home with them until they can figure out how to get rid of whatever it is that is going on, y'all. This kind of reminds me of From. It has its own plot, it has its own storyline, but this kind of reminds me of From. I don't know if you guys watch From. But I think my girl EJ, the TV junkie, she does a recap on From. But it kind of reminds me of that where they're stuck on this in this new little town and they can't leave for whatever reason. They can't leave this town. So anyway, you guys, they're stuck on Long Lane. They're stuck at the animal clinic. And this is supposed to take place in Georgia. So let me know in the comments. Will you guys be watching? Will you guys be watching? I think I'm locked in, y'all. I think I'm locked in. And y'all know me. I talk about stuff that nobody else really talks about. That's just who I am. I like different things. But again, salute to the lady in my Facebook group, the young lady in my Facebook group who recommended this particular series for me. I'm absolutely here for it. And I'm definitely going to keep watching. I'm definitely going to be locked in for the duration until. With that being said, y'all, make sure you guys are tuned in on Wednesday. I will do which is going to stream on All Black. I'm going to recap the last season, which was season 2, so that way on Saturday I'll do the recap for the first couple of, I don't know how many episodes they're going to give us, maybe 1 or 2, but I'll do a recap for season 3 of Wicked City. I hope you guys can join me. I plan to make it fun. I hope you, if you've never watched Wicked City, come check it out and let me know if it's something that you think you're gonna continue to watch. Also, right here, Teacup, right here at the Teacup. Y'all come join me at the Teacup. All things ruthless, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl, Tika Deshawn, right here at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addict. If you're new to the channel, finding your girl for the very first time, please hit that subscribe button. If you and make sure you tap that notification bell so that you can receive reminders of new ruthless content. And again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I absolutely appreciate it. This has been fun. It's absolutely been a long time since I've been um, able to go live, and I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to be able to go live. In before we head out, I have I have a question. I have a question. And this starts. I told y'all I was gonna ask this question. And if you're in the New York area and you want these tickets to the film festival, the Chelsea Film Festival, to view the screening, um, that includes our guy, Lenny Thomas. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. But the question is, what is the name of the new project that is going to be streaming on Passionflix, which is going to have one of our Ruthless cast members, Alex Cubis, aka Aaron. I said this in the very beginning, and if you know the answer, definitely put that answer in the comments, or you can email me. Let me put my email address. Let me put my email address on the screen, so that way, if you know the answer and you want to go to this premiere, I will definitely hook you up, and I will make sure that you are able to meet up with Lenny Thomas. I will make it. It'll be possible. So let me put my email address in here. And if you're in New York, the question is once again, what is the name of the series that I said that um Aaron, who's portrayed by Alex Cubis from Tyler Perry's Ruthless, what is the name of the series that he is going to be a part of? Brand new series. I mentioned it at the beginning of the live. So if you were here from the beginning and you're back, or you came at the end, um, let me know. Let me know, and let me know if you're interested in being a part of or going to the Chelsea Film Festival to view the new project with Lenny Thomas. Okay, let me finish putting this. I guess I can't talk and talking type 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 at the same time. So y'all hold tight. Okay, y'all. Here's the email. Here is the email. So if you're interested, and the name of the project is entitled Typecast, and it's going to be in New York at the Chelsea Film Festival. So again, the question is, what is the name of the project that I said that Alex J. Cubis, aka aka the one and only Aaron from Tyler Perry's Ruthless, what is the name of the new project that he is going to be a part of? Okay. All right, y'all. Hit me up. Send it to the email if you're interested in going. Hit me up. Okay. All right, y'all. That's about it. Thank you all so much for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl. And y'all, I think we out here. We're definitely out here. Salute to y'all. Blessings to y'all. Stay ruthless. If nothing else, stay ruthless. And oh, if you're out of the 10,000 subscribers that I got over there on IG. I need y'all to come over here to YouTube. Join me over here at YouTube, okay? All right, y'all. I'm out of here for real. Y'all stay